How's everybody doing? I hope you're doing well. Hey, it's been a lot happening this weekend, this Father's Day weekend. We had Juneteenth, and a lot's been going on. Hey, welcome, and I just ask that you just first and foremost subscribe to the page, like the page. If you don't like it, then unlike, give me an unlike or like. Just tell me how you feel. Uh, you know, go into the comment section. Uh, yeah, just do all that, and also hit the bell and check the description below also, because there's some things that I want to share with you guys, and I want you guys to be a part of. So just check the description below for some details. And here we go. Okay, this Father's Day weekend, there's a lot happening with Juneteenth in DC. We had the Something in the Water with Pharrell Williams, uh, and so much has been happening this weekend. So I'm gonna start with the Mochella event. There was a Mochella event. If you don't know what the Mochella event is, it's something we have in DC. It's a go-go event. We have, if you're from DC, you know about go-go music, and you know that that's something that we hold dear. And so we had a lot of bands uh come out, and they was playing go-go on the streets, and of course it draws a big crowds. Had to be thousands and thousands of people down there. In fact, I was supposed to be down there myself. I was celebrating Father's Day with my family and my dad and everything. So when I uh, after we was on our way back to the city, um, I don't know. I just didn't feel like, I don't know what it was. For whatever reason, I just didn't feel like going down there. And I don't live too far from where it was taking place. It's take place in U Street, so that's by Uptown, DC 14th Street. So I don't live far from that area right there. I mean, less than 5 minutes away, if so, if even that. But yeah, I just didn't feel like going down there. There was a lot of people down there. I saw it online. I saw it on the news and everything. Um, so what happened was there was a shooting that happened, and then all of a sudden it was a big stampede. And I maybe that was God just telling me that I didn't need to be down there. But there was a big stampede. It was a shooting, and a 15-year-old boy was killed down there. And my condolences to his family and to his loved ones. Uh, and it's sad. It's sad because these things happen, and it always happens. I don't know why it always happens at go-go events. It's something, and it's not. It has nothing to do with the music. The music is never. We don't have, our music is always. I'm not saying all our music is like 100% positive or whatever, but what I will say is all the all that street stuff that always happens is never connected with the bands, is never connected with the artists that are playing. But for whatever reason, it always draws certain types of people to these events. Um, yeah, it was very disheartening. It was very sad. There was a big stampede. A lot of people were running away of course, from the gunfire when they started hearing the popping and all that. Um, and I'm glad that I wasn't down there, because you just never know. You just never know how close you are to death and all that. You just never know what these things happen, how these things unfold. But yeah, so it was a young boy. He was 15 years old. Just an innocent child. We don't know what the reason was for the shooting. Uh, um, we don't. I don't know if there's any suspects. I'm sure there's suspects now by now. It's been a couple of days now since it's been reported. But my heart goes out to the family, and it's crazy because even around the same time in Southeast, on the Southeast side of DC, it was a young girl that was killed in Southeast. And that was, it's just sad all around when these young people just get murdered for no reason, or even if they are reasons, it's just no. these young people shouldn't lose their lives, so early. And so that's what was happening down there at the Mochella. The the mayor, Mayor Maria Bowser, she spoke on it a little bit, and she, of course, tries to distance herself from the Mochella event. And then, as far as her saying that, oh, they didn't have permits to have the Mochella event down there, but the government fully knew that the Mochella event was going to happen. They knew, they even prepared for it. They had police down there, police protection, they had barricades and all that kind of stuff to make sure that everything went smoothly. But it just kind of rubs me the wrong way when you have these politicians and they try to distance themselves instead of really trying to come up with solutions. And it's sad. I think the even saddest things yesterday, we had an election yesterday for our new mayor, and she got reelected. And I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know how I feel about her reelection. I hope that she does a better job this time around. But we'll see. We'll see. But that's what's happening in DC. Okay, the next thing that after around the same time, we also had it's some funny moments. It's funny when people come to DC. They always want to try. They want to try to validate themselves, I guess. When they come to DC, and they know that we love go-go music and everything. But look, artists, if you come to DC, I'm just talking to artists. If you are a music artist and you come to DC and you want to do your thing and you want to incorporate, go-go, or you trying to vibe with the people here, make sure it's authentic. Make sure it's coming from an authentic place. You know, it's got to come from an authentic place. You just can't just say stuff and think we just gonna roll with it and get with you. Nah, you can't. So make sure you talk to the locals before you get out here and just try to throw, just try to connect with us. You know what I mean? And you should do that when whatever city you go to. Whatever city you go to, you want to connect with that audience. But if you wanna tap into the whole go-go thing, you gotta be about it, and you gotta do it all the way or don't do it at all. That's what I say. But anyway, the reason why I say all that is because we had something in the water with Pharrell Williams. He put on something in the water, and we had Justin Timberlake. He's been going viral for for his video. So in the video, he says DC beat your feet. And if you don't know what beat your feet is, it's a style of dancing that's mainly for go-go, but not even for go-go, but for a style of go-go, which is bounce beats. So that's a style, a type of go-go is bounce beats. But so there's a way that you dance to it, and I'm gonna show you the video. He tried his best, I guess, but it definitely was a fail. Cause all right, I'll show you to you right here. Here we go. DC, beat your feet. This guy right here. Even the type of music, that's not even the type of music that you beat your feet to. So the rhythm is not even there, But I give him a little hand clap for trying to throw it out there and trying to do something to recognize the city, But at the same time, it's just kind of like, man, that was a real white boy move, you know what I'm saying? That was a real white boy move, but he tried it. But it was funny to watch because it's just like he was river dancing or something, Like, my man, it just looked real lame, But he tried it. So, that's what it is. And you can check it out. It's online. You know, everybody was talking about it this past weekend. But in serious news, Bill Cosby came back into the limelight again. You know, they just won't leave this man alone. He's like 90, 80 something years old or something like that. And they still on his case, man. He got out of jail. And I honestly thought he was gonna die in jail, you know what I'm saying? I mean, at his age, his health declining. He's blind in his he's blind now. I don't know how if he's still blind, but I know he couldn't see for a minute. But yeah, so somebody came out that he was they're prosecuting him in court for a situation that happened in 1975. That's number one. 1975 for sexual harassment in 1975. Bro, this is not a murder case. This is not even rape. This is not even rape, Well, I'll back that up because um this does this is the woman who's talking about it. She said she was 15, 16 at the time, but this is 1975, y'all. This is way you. I mean, you gonna go way back in the blast in the past like that, like 1975, y'all. Like I wasn't even nowhere in the born. My parents was what in elementary school. They 1975. My parents were little kids. My parents was young in 1975. So for somebody to come out and say this happened to me in 1975, like honestly, if it's not a murder case, I really, I just think it's a reach. It really is a reach to pull up something from back then and try to try to incarcerate a man or try to get money from a man or whatever the goal is. If it's 1975, son, you gotta let that go. That's just my opinion. Um, so she was 16 years old. I don't know the lady's name, but obviously she was 16 years old at the Playboy Mansion. Number two, the Playboy Mansion. What is a 16-year-old? What is a teenager or child doing at the Playboy Mansion? If anything, nobody called what's his name, Hugh Hefner, that on he had if all of these allegations are happening at the Playboy Mansion, why was he never, when he was alive, he was never called out for it? I mean, in fact, when he died, they gave him so much dignity. Everybody had all these nice words to say about him. I remember it was only a couple of years ago when he died, right? Only a handful of years ago when he died. It wasn't that long ago. And everybody had all these nice words to say about Hugh Hefner and you know and when we look at it, I mean, let's be honest, Hugh Hefner was a dirtbag. He had if all these people coming out saying that they was a minor, they was 16 years old, 15 years old, 14 years old at 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 the Playboy Mansion, one, why were they there in the first place? What's the purpose of a girl that young at the Playboy Mansion? That doesn't make sense. That just doesn't make any kind of sense. So Bill Cosby is being they're trying to convict him off of a situation that happened. They say that he sexually harassed. They didn't say he raped. That, see, we gotta listen to these words too. Sexually harassed. Sexually harassment is different from rape. And I mean, of course, you don't do either with kids. You None of that should be happening with kids. And I'm not here to try to justify that, because that's definitely not what I'm here to do. I'm not justifying that you touch any kids. You know what I'm saying? That's a no. But yeah, so he's been, they're trying to catch him on this that they're trying to catch him on sexual harassment of a minor in 1975 who was at the Playboy Mansion, and I'm thinking if a man is at the Playboy Mansion, I'm very sure that they're assuming that the women that they're talking to are of age, are legal. I mean, why in your mind would you think that any why in your mind would you think that they are anything less than 18 years old or less than 21 years old? You know what I'm saying? Why why would you think that they're ill? I mean, I just can't think. I can't fathom a man going to the Playboy Mansion, just assuming that these girls are underage, or assuming that underage girls are going to be there. You know, so this is crazy, man. I call cap on all this. I'm calling cap on all of this. It's just crazy to me. Um, so yeah, so they're trying to catch Bill Cosby, and they trying to throw. I don't know what they're trying to do with him. It's probably they might be trying to get money out of him because, I mean, at this point in his life, I mean, him going to jail is just kind of, he's 80, 90 something years old. It's really no point in him going to jail at this point. And there's so many people. If he's going to go to jail, there's so many people that need to go. I mean, there's so many worse people that need to go to jail. I really believe that they need to leave this Bill Cosby thing alone and let that ride. Because whatever happened in 1975 is way over. He can't. There's nothing. There's nothing you could do to kind of resolve that. You know. I think this is all about money, trying to take his money and trying to bankrupt him. I think that's what this is all about, trying to bankrupt the man and to discredit his legacy. They've already kind of ruined his legacy, but you know I feel like maybe him getting out of jail, they want to throw some wood in the fire. That's what it's all about. But yeah, so that's my take on it. And just I ask you to please like and subscribe, press the bell, so that you can get more videos. Whenever I do a video, you'll get notified. And also check the description below, and just like and subscribe.